Hey, it's Paul. Welcome back to B&B Talk. Don't forget to do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to tell you, you're in for a huge episode. First thing we see is Zenda and Nicole, and they're kind of herding the interns and getting ready for the fashion shoot. Now, after that we see Ivy, and she's telling Wyatt that she hopes that Steffy can put the past behind her and be grateful to her that she deleted the video. She's delusional. And then we see Steffy, and she's a little bit miffed that her dad is marrying Caroline, and she says she never imagined that he'd want to have a child with her. And then she says that in the end she just wants Rich to be happy, and it seems like she's happy, so I don't know if it's going to be that easy. And after that we see Rich and Caroline together, and Bill walks in while they're hugging and kissing, and the fireworks start right there. Now Rich wants to know if Bill came to congratulate him, but Bill asked Rich if he ran out of red string, and that's why he gave Caroline the big engagement ring, obviously referring to the red string he gave as an engagement ring to Katie. And then Bill announces, in only Bill fashion, that he'll be looking out for Caroline. She's got Spencer blood running through her, and and Rich tells him that he's not going to be running this, but Bill counters by saying that Rich is a deserter, and then he mentions every woman that he deserted. He starts with, obviously, Katie, and then he gets into Brooke, and he gets into Taylor, and the list goes on. And so I think that Rich gets a point, and Bill says that if he gets with Caroline, he better do right by her, and that better involve having kids. And Rich says that in the next year that they'll be getting pregnant, and Bill doesn't look too convinced. I think Caroline tells Bill that she's got to trust her instincts he's got to trust her instincts and her judgment on this. And Katie jumps in and says, now at first she had obvious reservations about the two of them being together and doubts, but now that she sees how excited they are and she sees them together, she thinks that they are a good match, and she hopes nothing but the best for them, and said, you know, even in the future she would be a great babysitter. And Caroline says that would be great, and maybe I can call on you for advice with the kid. So things are looking not as rough anymore. And then Caroline says she just wants them to tolerate each other. She knows she's not going to get a big kumbaya moment. And Bill looks at Rich and tells him basically, don't screw it up. And then they leave. And after that, Caroline, she sums it up that Bill's macho act is his way of showing affection, and Rich says that if she needs protecting in any way, shape, or form, it's going to be him, and it's not going to be coming from Bill. Now, the last thing we see with these guys is Rich says that he wants to get married today. He wants just the two of them there. He doesn't care about anybody else. He wants to prove to her that this is for real, and he just wants the two of them there, and they're going to get married in Malibu, so it's huge news for them. Now the last thing we see is Steffy, and she shows up at this shoot, and she kind of storms the shoot, and she says that she's canceling the shoot. She also told them that she canceled Oliver, and Liam tells the interns to sort of pack up and move on. Then she tells Ivy that she won't be involved in the shoot, and then Steffy goes on to say that Ivy is no longer going to be the face of Forrester. And Steffy reminds Liam and Ivy that she was blackmailed into making that decision, and she's not in that position anymore. She also says that she's not going to reward Ivy for what she did to her. Now Ivy objects a whole lot, and so does Wyatt, and Steffy tells him that she is now going to be the face of Forrester. And then she tells Ivy that she never earned the job and she doesn't deserve it. She's right. And Steffy reminds them that she never said Ivy could keep the job when Ivy erased the video, because Ivy tries to make it look like we had a deal, we had a bargain. And then Wyatt says that this is going to be hurting the company. They've already made arrangements, they've already put out press releases. And then Steffy just basically takes her time and rubs everything in Ivy's face for this horrible power play, the way it backfired on her. And she said she doesn't trust her, and at that point she fires her and tells her that she doesn't want her to be any part of Forrester, and that's where we leave things off. So a huge episode there. It's pretty interesting. I want to know your thoughts on it. It's Paul, it's B&B Talk. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Have a great weekend.